Hello, welcome back to the final part of my ranking of the 14 best audiophile remaster labels, places 3, 2 and 1. Okay, in the last video, in the third part, I said that when it comes to the ranking, I considered very much the past, the present and the future, which I did, and which helped me to do this ranking, at least at my point of view, as reasonable as possible. But you know, there is one label where the past is so outstanding, sometimes even beyond words, so outstanding what they have done and what they have put out, that they have to be on the best places, and that's the reason why in my ranking Classic Records is on place number 3. Although they do not put out any new releases since many years, but what they have done, what Michael Hobson, who is the mind and the founder behind all this, behind Classic Records, did, is so outstanding that I think that they that they deserve the third place. Let's go a bit through them and talk a bit about Classic Records. For example, they put out the whole significant catalog of The Who. Here is their beautiful Tommy edition, fantastic release, which is now around 600 euros if you want to get this 200 gram quite as XVP vinyl over at eBay or Discogs. 600 euros. I remember when I started my channel it was under 200. And this is not a year. The first birthday of my channel is next week, so tripled. It's more than triple the price within 1 year, and really it is a fantastic release. Classic Records did the whole catalog. Then another thing, of course, when it comes to Classic Records, we have to talk about their Led Zeppelin releases. They did several of them. They did this 200 gram SXVP quiet vinyl. They did the 45s. They did the 45 single-sided disc. They did this huge, fantastic box set, which now goes around 20,000 US dollars. I've read that when they put it out, you could have get this immensely beautiful, fantastic, probably fantastic, I've never listened to it, set for $750. Oh my god, I would buy that immediately. Of course, I think most of you do. And the whole Led Zeppelin catalog is out there, even the BBC sessions. And another example, the physical Graffiti last week went for $750. And again, I remember when I started my channel around a year ago, it was under 200. It's unbelievable how much the value increased over this short period. But those are fantastic releases. But it's not only The Who and Led Zeppelin. It's, for example, also a lot of Neil Young stuff. Here is my Massey Hall version. Fantastic. Then I didn't put that out for this video. For example, the single-sided Buena Vista Social Club edition on 8 vinyls, on 8 records. Of course, it's a pain, but you really get a fantastic sound experience when you listen to their release of Buena Vista Social Club. Other bands, Genesis, fantastic. Although not audiophile, but I think that has nothing to do with the quality of Classic Records. I think that's a general problem when it comes to Genesis releases. Another fantastic release, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Deja Vu. They made a very beautiful printed and stamped. It almost feels like leather, and this photography is put on top of it. Fantastic release from Classic Records. Then a lot of Blue Note stuff. Beautiful. They really put out great, beautiful Blue Note titles. Kind of Blue, the 1994 Miles Davis release, originally has came out on Classic Records, although nowadays we can finally get it back from Analogue Production and as new HQR. Another fantastic release, Procol Harum, on colored vinyl. Fantastic pressing. It sounds so great. And of course, a lot of Jimi Hendrix stuff. Beautiful. And here's my box set, the Jimi Hendrix collection. Then they did Bob Dylan releases. So it really started with Classic Records, and it's somehow it's a shame that he didn't go on a couple of years more when the whole audiophile remaster thing gets its punch and the numbers they could sell went higher and higher and higher. A fantastic label, Classic Records, Michael Hobson, great one, but we won't see any releases of them in the future because Classic Records I think 2010 was bought from Chad Kassim from Analogue Productions, and yeah, I hope he carries on to their heritage and puts out stuff they had put out, because fantastic releases. Okay, that was place number 3, and now we have 2 and 1. Okay, place number 2, and I did a lot of thinking, but my stomach, my heart tells me it is, for me, it is my second favorite remaster label, at least for now. Maybe other people see that different, or maybe some of you are surprised. On place number 2 is Vinyl Me Please. Why? Vinyl Me Please touches editions nobody touches. They really have balls. So surprising titles they put out as great, often great remaster, audiophile remaster editions. Of course, what's up to now, there is a huge, they have quality differences. It's not that everything throughout is top-notch audiophile remaster quality, but it's getting more and more and more, and most of the titles I have up to now are great, are fantastic. They do 4 monthly series. The classic series, for example, we have one classic series here, the Sonny Rollins Freedom Suit, beautiful one. Then the second series is their Essential, where they have put out the number 100 last month. And look at that jacket. We go in, for the jackets a little later on, and they do a lot of colored vinyl, which is not what I need, but fantastic. Then they have the new, give me a second, the new Country series. This is their second release, the Willie Nelson Shotgun Willie. And here I have to say I have now 2 of the 3. I didn't get the first one, the Johnny Cash. I have to work a little on that series, let's put it that way. Then they have this fantastic, really fantastic hip-hop series, where they put out hip-hop titles, great titles. For example, my MF Doom, which goes for around 250 for sometimes. So that's the first thing. 4 series, 1 record per month, most of them top notch. The classic series in general is AAA cut, often mastered by Ryan K. Smith. The records are pressed over at QRP, Chet Kassem's Acoustic Sounds pressing plant. Top-notch quality, top-notch. The jackets, for example, here is their Strokes release. This jacket, sometimes it's difficult to give you the feeling through this video, but this jacket, they do a lot of foil stamping. It's top-notch quality, fantastic jacket quality. This release is outstanding. For example, the Strokes Room on Fire, fantastic. Then they do smaller series, for example, this one where they put out 4 records and call this the Jazz Dispensary series. Gorgeous, great analog stuff. That they touch this kind of releases, and that's what I think is so great about them. That is what they really do great. They go dig deep and they really do surprising titles, really surprising titles. Another artist which has been really hard to come by on vinyl, and they put out her whole catalog, I think, yeah, I'm quite sure, and that's Fiona Apple. Again, fantastic releases of gorgeous, of beautiful albums from Fiona Apple, and it's such a high quality. Again, this jacket is outstanding in its quality. The pressing, fantastic. They sound really good. But it's not only that they have the surprising stuff, the serious. Left and right, you get at least 1 email from them per week where they put out very interesting stuff. They have put out great stuff from Queen. They have put out great stuff from so many artists. Go into their shop, look at them up. It's really fascinating. And then they do often box sets. They call them the anthology box set. For example, here is my beautiful Grateful Dead box set. Fantastic stuff. I did a shootout against the Morphers. Maybe if you're interested in them, look for that video. Or one of my favorite box sets, incredible stuff, The Story of Tribe Records. This is a dream of a box set. It sounds so good, such a fantastic, great quality. And this is the reason why I put Vinyl Me Please on the 2nd spot, because of the present and of the future. I really have high hopes for them. I'm so eager to see what we will see from this company in the future. I only can say I hope for the best, and so far I'm very pleased with Vinyl Me Please. Okay, now now for the top place number 1, which is probably the least surprising place. Of course it is Analogue Production, Chet Kassem. What else? I mean, tell me in your comments, if not Analogue Productions, what audiophile remaster label would be on place number 1? You know, my point of view is that if John Coltrane is the man who built Impulse, then Chet Kassem is the man who built up this hype of and the house of audiophile remaster. Let's go through their catalog. It's not easy. We have 145 RPM editions from Fantasy. Among them, a lot of Bill Evans stuff. You probably know I don't have it. I hope someday I will have it. This fantastic Bill Evans box set is out of this series. Art Pepper is in that kind, in this 100s, and a lot of Ella Fitzgerald stuff. And then there is Sonny Rollins, Way Out West. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But it's not only this 145 RPMs. Those are early stuff. And Creedence Clearwater Revival box sets. Then we have this unbelievable great UHQR series. I don't have to go deeper in that because there's a lot of talk about this series right now due to the release of Kind of Blue, Miles Davis. And again, a series, the UHQR series, where I have the highest hopes that they will surprise us and make us very happy with their future releases on this one. Then we have the 25 prestige stereo releases. An example of this series is the Eric Dolphy Out There album. Fantastic releases, 25 incredible editions which we really need back in print. He has his own pressing plant, as I've mentioned often before, the Quality Record Pressing, which is one of the best pressing plants in the world. Another series, 25 again, the 25 prestige mono recordings. I have an example here. It's Sonny Rollins' Saxophone Colossus. Unbelievable stuff in that series too. Please let it get back into print. Then they did, or he did, the Beach Boys catalog on 45 RPM, 31 RPM, mono, stereo. Incredible stuff. Here you have an example for the Beach Boys Pet Sounds. Then you have the RCR Living Stereos, a lot of them. I didn't put out one of those, no I didn't, but I put another classical one out. For example, because I want to talk about, you see them behind me also, this beautiful 45 RPM releases. Here's my Royal Ballet edition, the Gala Performances, one of the classical releases of all time. Fantastic stuff. The Doors, he put out the whole Doors catalog, and those are the best audiophile remasters you can get from the Doors. Fantastic stuff, unbelievable. Also a Doors box set which is now out of print. Then he put out, I think, 50 Verve reissues. Here is an example, like Someone in Love from Ella Fitzgerald. Fantastic stuff. Amongst them also is Oscar Peterson. We get requests. Fantastic, beautiful releases. We are not through. He put out 50 Blue Note 45 RPM releases, amongst them Kenny Dorham, Whistle Stop, and of course all the classic and big guns in fantastic audiophile quality. 50. And then 25 Impulse reissues on 45 RPM. Here is my Shelly Main copy, fantastic, 1, 2, 3, 4. Outstanding releases, among them is the 45 RPM of Love Supreme from John Coltrane. Box sets, prestige box sets from Miles Davis, the first 4 albums from Blood, Sweat and Tears. And I think I mentioned the Creedence Clearwater Revival box set in 33 1/3 and 45 RPM, and on and on and on. And this man is still on fire, believe me. He will give us such great titles. So there is, for me at least, no question which label is on place number 1. Analogue Productions. Chapeau, Shad Kassim, great work in the last 30, 40 years. Okay, and this place, if you know him, if you have ever talked to him, I had the luck to do that, maybe I've seen the video, he will never ever get this top spot, get to another label, I'm quite sure. Okay, I hope you liked my ranking. I hope you like to discuss and tell me about your own rankings. So that's it. We are through with this small series. See you on my next video. Thank you for your time and have a great day. Bye.